If you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets. Street Fighter 6.
Welcome back to the How to Beat series. Now I know it's been a minute. I know.
I know, I'm late. Shut it.
But we're back. I've been playing MK and trying to work on a video that I've been working on recently, an idea, and it might be coming out this week or next week. I'm not sure quite, but be ready for that video. But either way, how do you beat Juri, or what archetype would beat Juri? I think it would probably be a ranged character or a grappler, in my personal opinion, because I think she can handle most rush down characters. The reason why I say a potentially a ranged character because she doesn't really have too much to deal with a ranged character except for her dive kick, and that's kind of easily baitable into an uppercut, so it's not super strong, so most people can deal with that. And grappler because they want to get close and grab you, and she has to get close to do her stuff, so there you go. If I would have to put somewhere in the tier list, I'd probably say she could go S for some people, but I would say strictly right now she's probably either A or B. Honestly, she ain't gonna go lower than B in my personal opinion, so it's A or B in my thought process. I would have to say like A and not A plus or something, so that's what I put her A. Now the first move I want to talk about is actually her dive kick, because it is very different depending on how you angle it. It's kind of like Jamie's. So for instance, if she does it up close, it could be -9 or -10, I believe. I don't know how to get it to 10, but I do know it'll go to 10. Now, if she does it a little bit further, -5. I didn't do that right. It also depends on how low she is to the ground too, that can affect it too. But that's -4, depending, -6. It depends if she can hit your foot pretty much right there, your foot. That'll determine how safe she is pretty much. It's kind of like I said, exactly like Jamie. -3, -6. I think like -10 is like on the head or something. Can't remember, but pretty much depending on the distance, she could be safe. And this doesn't not affect that at all, her dive kick, and EX doesn't either. So just to let you know, does not affect that. So if she ever does EX, it's still the same. So if she's up close, you can still punish her with startup stuff like so if that's startup at 9, so you can probably punish her with like a crouching heavy punch, which is like -7, or startup at 7. So that's just an example. Now if you're a character like Luke, well, you can uppercut. Shoot, on landing, if she tries to do it, you can actually just wait for her to get close and level 2 her, because you know visibility frames with startup. So bada bang. You can level 1 it too with Luke. You have to time it properly, but like I said, you can do it with other characters too, so it's not just him. You can even do this too. This will work. Oh, I did that in the wrong position. My timing's just off. Too much MK. The game's a little bit slower. See, there you go. You can punish her with the level 3 as well. So all of them do work. It just depends on your character. And also you can punish it with certain normals. Like the knee does work. Well, I tried to get it to work before. Can't get now, but like that. It just depends on your character's normals. Crouching heavy punch and how fast you can react. Because if you don't do it fast enough, you can trade. It's not trading now, but you can trade with her. So that is a thing. So it just depends on what normals you have that can anti her. So you're not hopeless on this. She's not invincible. So use whatever tools you have in your disposal with that. Next thing I wanted to talk about here is this unique attack that she has, which is, I think it's like medium punch, then back heavy punch and heavy punch. Now if a Juri player ever does this to you, well, the first part, just a medium punch in general, it's safe, so she's +2, so she can do whatever she wants pretty much, including going to that. But if she does go into this, if she does the second part, this is -3, so she's safe. If the third part, she's actually super punishable. She's -16, so you can punish her with every normal in the game. So I don't know what Juri player would ever do this, but I'm just saying if they ever did, you can punish her with everything. Like I can do this. I can do, what's like Luke's lowest normal? This is -16. Startup 16, so startup is literally 16. You can punish her with pretty much anything you want. So use that to your advantage if Juri players ever do that. So I don't even need to tell you about level 1, level 2, level 3 on that one. Next thing I want to talk about, which is a really important thing, is these moves specifically. It's because they're different frame data. It depends. Their frame data changes when she gets this going. This feng shui engine stuff. So, for instance, by default, her heavy kick, this one, this will be -11. So you can pretty much punish it with a crouching heavy punch or a heavy punch standing or something like that, depending on the startup, obviously. And so that goes mediums and light 2 by default, or uppercut or level 1, level 2, level 3. If she does this one, -10, so pretty much same thing. Everything I just said about heavy kick. This one, it goes down a little bit because it's -8, so you can still do crouching heavy punch. So, for example, again, I'll do it to show you, sir, or lady, or whatever. You go by, bam! Oh wait, I messed up. Ignore that. I'm trash. Hold up. There you go. See? It works, so that you can do that. So as playing Mortal Kombat has changed my mind. I play a little slower. Like I have to input it properly because different structure. Sorry. But yeah, pretty much punish it with most things, but not everything. It gets lowered down because it's -8, and my timing is off because of that game. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've been gone for too long. But yeah. But now her stuff does change if she does get this going. Say for instance, well actually it's kind of still bad, sort of, depending on what she does. So if she does the heavy version, it's actually worse, -12, so you can punish it with even more stuff depending on your character. This version is 10, so it doesn't really change. You can do the exact same thing before. Now this one is where it gets worse for you. This is -3, so she is safe relatively, so she can do some stuff if she wanted to, and she could be the defensive, or she could wait for you to press a button and do an uppercut or something, so she has options there. Now, also going with that, she has an EX version, right? Obviously, because every character has an EX, right? This version is -2, but she does have the other version still that she can do if she presses, what is it? Pretty much any other kick button. So this was circle and X together. This one would be X and R2. So my bad. Light kick and R2. I mean, light kick and R2. Light kick and heavy kick. And this one would be medium kick and heavy kick. And this is actually -16. So I don't think I've ever seen a Juri player do that. But if they do, you can punish it with pretty much everything. And then this does not change at all. So I hope that is helpful to you, that you can punish these moves. So if a Juri player, for some reason, ever starts with this version and goes to the other attacks, you can beat her down. If she ever starts up with the projectile version into one of these, mess her up, because those are unsafe. Any of these kick normals, even enhanced, are not safe. If she ends a projectile, it's her turn, so you have to respect her a little bit, or not respect her, but be ready, because she's -3. Be ready, all right. Also, something I forgot to mention: if a Juri player ever does this too, and you don't want to deal with it, just drive reversal them. You can do it in the middle of it too, so you don't have to take any of that. I just did it the last version to show that it don't really work if you do that. But if she just starts it, just kick her off of you. You can do that too. It's gonna take 2 bars, but is it worth it to just get beat down in a corner? I don't think so. So you can drive reversal them. All right, the next term I want to talk about is back heavy kick. Now, back heavy kick, the reason why is because it's actually punishable. So depending on the distance, it's punishable. Like if she does it farther away, you're not punishing her. And it actually gets better for her. It can be -5. But if it's up close, like these, boom, boom, well, guess what? Crouching light kick. Oh, I messed it up. You ignore that, please. Crouching light kick. Crouching light punch. And even an uppercut works too. And even an oh, I forgot about medium punch too. Medium punch works too, depending on your character. If it starts with 6. And then bam, or below 6. And then EX uppercut works too, because the startup is 6. So heavy won't work. So this, by the way, this version I did was medium, because if you do the light version, at least for Luke, it's not far enough to reach him. Also, another thing you can do, at least for Luke, he can do his level 2 because the startup is 5. So bada bang, bada boom. Works too. You can't level 3 if your startup's higher than obviously level 5 and level 6 and 5. For frame data. But depending on the character, like Luke's is 6, but it's a little bit slow for some reason, so it doesn't work either. So yeah, so just try to test around with your character what works with this stuff. But you can pretty much punish it and get a combo in. So did that, you messed up, you're fighting the Luke Meister, now you're cooking, brother. Get hit with a Pell Rider. Time to take you to Memphis, and then you won. But yeah, so there is options there. Another thing I want to talk about too about Juri is this bad boy. Now, if any Juri player does this to you, just specifically the standing version, it's punishable. It's -8, like it says right there. So if they do it to you, you know what to do, bro. No, I don't even need to say it. Oh, I messed up. You know what to do. Take him to Memphis, bro. So just, yeah, beat him down with your character. Because if your startup for your crouching heavy punch is like 7 or 8 or something, or lower, or medium, or whatever, you can just pretty much press any button except this not standing or something, so don't do that, okay? Depending the startup, again, you just mess him up. So this is punishable by crouching heavy punch, and then you can beat him down, or whatever. Now, if they ever do any of the heavy versions, they're pretty much free because it's -37. So they wanted to die. Punish them with anything you want. You can't jump up in the air and say, "I'm about to mess you." You can't do that though. So don't do that, okay? Also, when it comes to the thing to actually get the stocks for the feng shui engine stuff for these moves, you actually can punish, I believe, 2 of them. You can punish. Well, first I'll tell you the one you can't punish. You can't punish the light one because it's -4. The medium one you can because it's -6, but it's kind of hard to tell between the light and this one by a little bit. But they move a little bit forward in each version. Like this one, they don't move, which is the light. Medium, they move a little bit. And you can punish this one pretty much with a medium punch and, you know, light. All the lights pretty much work. So, except for like a medium, you know, kick. Crouching medium kick specifically. I'm messing up words today. So that works like that. And then heavy 8, so you have a bit more leeway, so you can do you can pretty much do heavy punch. So crouching heavy punch. So it just depends on your character yet again, startup, but most people have startup for uppercut is 7, I believe, or 6. 7 or 8, I think. I don't remember exactly. It's been a minute, like I said, been a minute. But that's another way you can punish that thing. But most people, you won't see them do the heavy version, I don't believe, unless it's for like a combo or something, I think. But if they ever did step forward and try that on you, don't just sit there and take it. It doesn't even matter the distance. You'll reach them too. Like if they do it like this, back up, do that like this, you're still gonna hit them. So use that to your advantage as well. Now when it comes to this level 2, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly what to do about this. I didn't mean to do that part. But if a Juri player ever tries to do some stuff with this, I just do this, bro. Just get out of my face, bro. Don't mess with me. Do not do that. Depending on the normal they do not do that, because I think they could just drive impact you back. I think I'm pretty positive they can. So don't do that, because they can press pretty much any button they want. So, see in that example, I tried to drive impact them back, and then I got hit with level 2. So don't do that. Just drive reversal them. Get them off to you. And also, depending on the situation, I know some Juris do this, I think. And they'll probably try to mix you up for that. Now, my advice to this is, I don't know, bro. Just get ready. If you see them jump in the corner, most likely they're gonna try to hit you with an instant overhead like this. So be ready, I guess. If you're ever caught in a situation where they do try to do this into that too, which I don't think Juri players will do, you can uppercut them. That works too. EX, you can as well, but you got to be careful when you do this too, because depending on how fast you do it, you'll actually miss. So be careful of that. And also, if they do the EX version, you can as well. Oh, what the heck? You can as well do EX upper. You just have to be fast about it. But like I said, I don't think a Juri player would do that. But if they did try some fancy dank on you, then you can do that. Also, I forgot to mention, you can level 2. And you know what that means? You can level 1 for sure. Badoom. Depending on your character, though, it might change, you know, depending on what normals you have. Like, if you have an install, then I don't know why you did that, but yeah. You can level 3 as well, but you gotta be fast about it. This all depends on your speed if they do that, like I said, but I don't think they will. When the most people do this, they try to get you they try to hit you, but even if they do, just try this. you can punish them on they land. Now, it'll be a little strange, as you can see, when they do that. The game's trying to forcefully cross them up, so you have to wait a second to actually hit them. But you can. Just be careful when you do it. Otherwise, that'll happen when you want that to happen. So, that's another thing I found out, actually, that could happen. But you can punish them with a medium or a heavy. That works too. But you won't get a combo if you do a heavy from at least that angle. You have to wait for them to land and glitch back in front of you. It's a little strange, but yeah. So if they ever did try that, you can. And like I said, if they do this, you can uppercut. If you don't have an uppercut, you can just dash forward. Now, that depends on the version too of this. I think if they do a heavy, it might change. You might not be able to. No, you still can. EX, you can too. But this also depends on the angle they're at too, which could change. Like if they're in your face, you might not be able to. It just depends, like I said. Because now I can't even do that. But I still can level 2. So, depends on the angle as well. They could very much change, depending if they just do standing or they do forward. So, look out for that. But if they do standing, they can't cancel into the dive kick. So that's a thing. That's if they try to mix you up, which most Juri players will if they ever get this version. So, just to let you know. I don't know how they exactly do it, but, you know. Now, that's pretty much all I want to talk about Juri. Now, I have fought Juris not too much, but this is just the information I've seen and what you can do, because Juri is a mix-up character. Like, you can't really exactly get her all the time, because she's going to mess you up eventually and you're going to make a mistake, because she kind of capitalizes on your mistakes. But this is what I would do if I was in a situation fighting her. If the Juri player makes an error, you can capitalize on her mistakes too, depending on what she does. Like if she does, like I said, accidentally do this, then she's punishable. So it's just stuff to remember by. But yeah, that is pretty much the end of the video. I'm going to try to make some more how to beat videos like every week now, and get stable back into it. But I also want to upload Mortal Kombat stuff, so I got to manage that and other stuff, other video ideas I want to do too. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope this information was useful. If I did miss anything that you think was worth mentioning, let me know down below in the comment section, so if I didn't say it, someone else can see it. With that being said, I mean, goodness. I hope you guys have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys live at, man, and I'll see you guys next time.